front of us, which means it's probably two guests. And we had a whole plan worked out for their intro, which I'll let them tell you about. Please give a warm welcome to, I would say, two of the funniest women you'll ever meet in your entire life. Give it up for Briana, Buckmaster, and Rhodes! I would just like to take this opportunity to say, how many of you are brand new? None of them know that's a joke.
Good.
Yeah, Saturday, we're both performing a Saturday night special too, fuckers. Don't
Briana has a beautiful voice, and she loves to make me laugh by singing that song so terribly.
I love you, bye.
You guys had
I thought that was pretty fucking good, actually. I don't know.
I loved it.
Thank you. Namaste. Okay. Hello, DC. We made it. We did it. We're here in the land of America. Right? Isn't that what DC is? DC. District of Columbia, that's what it stands for.
You're actually in Virginia.
My iPhone taught me that. Found a stray hair on my butt. Still there. Sexy. Still there. What if it's not a stray? Still attached. Every once in a while.
Your butt unraveled? You pulled in your butt
It was like one of those little stick-on butts. No, this
Okay,
baby is
There's
a real thing.
a bunch of people that have never met us before.
Okay, first off, we're gonna apologize for our fucking potty mouths.
No, we don't apologize for our fucking potty mouths. We apologize if it prevents you from receiving the love in our hearts that we intend. But we'll warn you about our fucking potty
That's right.
mouths.
I think there actually is a warning on the website about everything you partake in that has to do with me and Kim. Because we are who we are, goddammit. Also, are there any young children in the house? Okay, well, welcome. You don't count. Stop it. You may learn a thing or two about female anatomy. Perhaps sexual position. No, that's no, do not.
We don't do that anymore.
No, not anymore. Anyway, we're so happy you all are here. Thank you and good night.
We have a lot of questions.
Let's take some questions. I know.
It's gonna be
Normally I would
exciting.
yammer on, but you guys seem to want to chat. So let's start over here.
Yeah, things you need to know.
Hi, I'm Rhodes. Okay, so if you only had a week to live and you had as much money as you can spend, what would you do and what would your
Okay.
character do?
Rabina, is that right?
Rabina.
Rabina? Ravina. We got there. Thank you so much for the correction. This is my friend Kim Rhodes. Kim is a Gemini. If you ask her a question like this, we will never leave
and
this room.
autistic. And autistic. She's an autistic Gemini with ADHD.
But she is going to give you the greatest answer known to man, so I'm going to let her take this.
Oh no, I think you should start it.
Oh dear.
You might have an answer. So a
Okay.
week to live and unlimited amount of money.
What would your character do?
What would your character do and what would you do?
A week to live, unlimited amount of money. I imagine Donna would like go to Vegas or something. She would enjoy all the food, she would enjoy all the gambling, and all the men with mustaches. That seems right? And what would Briana do? I think I would like go on vacation with my family. I'm away from my family so much. I just talked to my daughter who's been at summer camp for a week, and she called, and I haven't FaceTimed her or anything for a week. It's the longest time I've gone without talking with her. And so I was just like, wouldn't it be amazing just to go on the craziest trip? And for me, because I grew up without money, so to me that'd be like, let's go and stay in a fancy hotel. That's the craziest thing I could think of. Probably like Bali or somewhere very peaceful like that. Who was that? DJ? Fucking DJ.
Alright, I think it's unfair that I should have to live alone in my head sometimes, so I'm going to invite you in here with me. Where's the money coming from? What am I gonna die of?
I didn't think
How do I know I'm gonna die? Who told me I'm gonna die? Is everyone else dying too?
Yes.
Is there any point? Then what's the fucking point if everybody else is gonna die? Anything I would do would be to fix the world, but if my child is also gonna die, then who cares? How do I know? Who told me I'm gonna die?
Yes.
Where's the fucking money coming from? And if it's a disease, if I'm gonna die of a degenerative disease, then do I have the physical capacity to enjoy the last week of my life? How am I gonna enjoy the rest of my life if I know I'm gonna die? And if everybody else is gonna die, am I gonna spend the last week worrying about other people dying? Everybody's gonna fucking die!
Enjoy the weekend, everyone. I told you.
Answer that question? Jody, on the other hand, would join Donna in Vegas.
Oh, that's a good episode. They really fucking missed out. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you.
Please sit down. Hi, friend.
Hi. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Okay, yes. What's your question?
So if every time you got drunk, you had to turn into an elephant or a giraffe, which one would you choose?
If every time we got drunk, we had to turn into an elephant or a giraffe. It's a thinker.
Well, I mean, I haven't had a drink for 8 years and plan on making it for a long time, but nevertheless, welcome to my brain. Do I turn into that thing in the place that I have become drunk, or can I get someplace safe?
No, you turn into it as soon as your body recognizes that you have alcohol in your system, and then you stay that thing until the alcohol is out of your system.
Oh, okay. So the entire time alcohol is in my system, what more are there bills?
You're that thing, and then it leaves your system, you're not that thing.
Lot more people in the 12-step rooms, I have to say. You know, real busy in there. Yeah, be super busy in there. Yes.
I would be an elephant. I heard something about elephants. I always had an affinity for elephants ever since I was a tiny little girl. And then recently, I heard something, in like the last, few years, I posted about this, that elephants, female elephants, when one of them is having a baby, the others will create a circle around the mom, and they will stamp their feet and brush up a bunch of dust to keep predators from smelling the blood of the baby being born. Isn't that cool? Yes, I think elephants, they're tribal creatures, and as with every fucking mammal on the planet, the women are the best part. Men are great too. Men are great too. They're fucking everywhere. We love them, but I love women more.
I too would pick elephant so I don't hit my head on the ceiling of the bar.
Thank you, honey. Great question.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi. So I'm going into my 3rd year of teaching, and my question for you, thank you, is if there's anything that a teacher has done for one of your kids that you'll always remember or that you appreciated. Was that too deep of a question for you? I'm sorry.
I mean, the thing was when you first said that, I thought you were going into the 3rd year of DJing, and I was like, yeah, I get it. She's got an answer for you, and now I have all the feelings. My parents were both teachers. My child, you know what? I'm going to give a big, broad answer because the specifics are too many and too varied. I first want to say
that teachers are angels. You are being asked. You are being asked to do things so beyond the scope of your job, and you are given nothing to fucking accomplish what you're being asked of, and yet you show up with your hearts and your willingness, and you fucking change lives. You are miracles. So I thank you. And I will tell you what has changed my life, what has changed my daughter's life, and what so many of you powerful beings have the capacity to do is to see a child for who they are and not who the institution is telling you you should make them into. That is fucking courageous, and I thank you. I have nothing to add. Teachers are the bomb. We don't fuck around with teachers. They're the fucking bomb. As she said, they do all the work with very little tools that we give them. So we give you tools here with love. So thank you. Please sit down.
Thank you. I feel like you'll appreciate this. But I tell my kids that they're allowed to interrupt if Jensen walks in the room. So we'll just randomly be doing work and one of them yells, "Jensen!"
You let them do that? You love Jensen Apple so much that you let your students just yell Jensen in the middle of class because you like hearing that sound?
Well, I didn't think they would do it, and then they started doing it.
Yeah, of course they would do it. Have you met a child? I mean, to be fair, same. Jensen, okay. Yeah, well done.
For a while. Great job.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Jenny.
So thank you so much for what you just said about teachers. I'm a teacher too. So, you already know some of the backstory. I was on the road trip, but I also what I want you to do right now is to help me help all of the other young women or women in general know how strong they really are. Because when I was taking this road trip, and I did it solo, on the road, 52 days, all by myself. And I had people going, "You're doing this by yourself?" I can't, and it was like, I'm like, yeah. And it's like, as if I needed to have somebody else holding my hand throughout the whole trip. And before I even took the trip, I drove Uber to pay for it. And a guy in my car one night with his wife and daughter, and I cringed the whole time, and I saw his wife cringe. He goes, "Oh, I'm so proud of you for trying to do that." So, ouch. I want you to help me help everybody else out there know that they are fucking strong, and no matter what life is thrown at them, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Amen.
I don't think we need to say anything. I don't know how we would help that. You fucking, like, again, one of the things I love about this community and about this fandom is that you don't fucking need us. And you just proved that point. So thank you for taking the time to remind everyone, yourself included, what fucking badasses y'all are.
Yes.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
Happy birthday-ish.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday-ish, that's right.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Marie. This is my best friend, Mick. She is the breed of my Kim. And she, like I'm sure some people do, struggle with taking amazing photos, but thinks she looks bad in them. And a lot of people haven't heard that the amazing advice that you guys give about ways to be confident in yourself and not need validation from others. And I was hoping you could give a few words about that.
Well, I want to start. B's going to address your question. I'm not. B will answer your question first. I want to say, it is very important when I am someplace I don't want to be, and I see where I do want to be, to still love myself where I am. When I'm scared of something I don't want to be scared of, when something hurts me that I think shouldn't hurt me, when I am having a quandary that I think I should have figured out, the answer is not to tell myself, be better, do it differently, shut the fuck up, stop it.
When I'm scared, the first thing I need to do is go, oh honey, I love you, even when you're scared. I love you, even when you feel ugly. I love you. We're gonna get there, but right now I need to love myself here. So please, don't ever feel like you need to change because where you are isn't good enough. Where you are is perfect and beautiful and valuable, and you will get there. Briana, tell her how to do it.
I don't know what to add to that. The only thing I was going to add is that we live in a society that tells us every second of every day that there is one way that we're supposed to look. And that is such a fucking falsehood. It is such a load of shit. It is created by capitalism for us to want to constantly strive to be different.
Do you know that Victoria's Secret song? I love her so much.
Have you seen the fucking documentary? We won't get into that. But yes, the song is amazing. Point is like, we get to look however we decide we want to. And if we decide that how we look right now doesn't feel good, investigate why. If it's because you think that somebody else will not like it, you need to work on changing that attitude. You surround yourself with people who will remind you that that is not true. We never outsource our worth. We always create, we resource it within ourselves so that it is endless. Because if you're always seeking validation externally, you will constantly be searching for it. If you never ever have to look for it outside of yourself, you will have it forever, and as much of it as you want. So that's the practice. It has nothing to do with how you look. That does not matter. Anyone that tells you that is lying. They're lying to you. We get to look however we want to look. And that's the facts. That's the facts. That's the facts. Thank you. Great job. You're doing great. Hello. Hi, my love.
So, my name's Dawn. This is actually my second convention that I've been to. So I wanted to say that I'm starting my dream job as a crime scene investigator in a couple weeks.
Woo!
Yeah.
We like that. We like that as a group.
And it's kind of like, since I'll be working like with the police department, it's kind of like a male-dominated field in a way. So I wanted to know if you have any advice for any women who might be going into a male-dominated field or you know, who already work in a male-dominated field.
I have recently moved to a very, very small town. It's not even a town, it's a something ship. It's so tiny. And I've noticed a drastic difference in the way I'm communicated with by men. I know, startling, shocking. Yes, it's true. And they're well-meaning. Their intentions are good, but they say things like, why do you want to wear a mask and cover up that pretty face?
Does this look like a pretty face?
Yeah, I'll show you a pretty fucking face. Doesn't look pretty when I do this, does it? No, that was in there. But what I've realized is when I invest my energy in wishing they were anything other than who they are, I give up my energy. And now they have power over me. That seems unfair. I had a conversation with somebody once. We were talking, and someone shushed her because she was a person of color, and and she was like, stop, come back. Here's the thing we need to understand. He is a 4. I am a 9. If I go through life expecting a 4 to behave like a 9, I will be disappointed. That's on me. So, my love, you keep your power. This is my advice. Briana may have a different perspective. This is just my perspective. A male-dominated world is only dominated because I have given up my power. Don't fucking worry about it. You are a badass. You are fucking brilliant. You are going to go in there and slay. Don't waste any of your perfection trying to alter dipshitness. Keep it for yourself. It is not the nine's job to raise the four up to our level. That's their fucking job.
Right.
I have nothing to add except for it's male dominated because historically men have had more opportunities than women. And so now it's our turn to start to dominate all the professions. So let's take it from there and act like nothing is a problem. You're a 4, I'm a 9, and now it's my turn.
Well, the other interesting thing is, I realize as I'm playing this back in my head, there was a presumption because of my training and my background and the subconscious thing, so I want to stop myself. In my answer just now, I presumed a level attached to a gender. That is bullshit. There are incredible humans of all genders. When I walk into an environment presuming conflict, I will find conflict. So I would like to edit my answer. Instead of fuck those guys, don't worry about it, I take that back. What I want to say is walk in with your power, and those who match your power will sync with you, whatever their gender. So I apologize for my gendered response, and I'd like to put that one on the record. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi. My question's a lot more lighthearted, but y'all are great and being so kind, so thanks for that. So would you rather use a spoon or a fork for the rest of your life? Can you specify? Spork is not an option. So.
Spoon. Soup.
But spaghetti.
Potatoes.
Chili.
Fork.
Fingers.
Because spaghetti.
Fingers.
Hands.
Soup.
Bowl.
Noted.
Thank you. Fork always wins.
We just had a fucking entire conversation with one word.
Hello.
Hi, I saw you guys in Chicago in 2019. I was currently going to school for criminal justice back then. I have changed my career path. I'm now going to school for traveling tourism.
What?
Travel tourism.
Got it. Come.
So my question is, and this is kind of weird, but what has been your most memorable interaction with the hotel staff?
Okay,
Mr. Mosley
all right.
getting mad at my kids.
When I lived in Toronto, I used to work at a place called the Drake Hotel, which was a hotel, but mostly it was like kind of a hot spot. And this is not a good story. So it's not a bad story, but it's just that this is the only thing that I thought of when I thought about hotels, because my experience as a traveler has been wonderful. There's definitely some hiccups during COVID, but to be expected, and I'm so grateful for all the people who are showing up and doing the work that's asked of them, because sometimes these days a lot is being asked of people in the service industry. So I'm grateful for all that they are giving. But the restaurant I worked at was not great. And it was, like I said, it was kind of a place that people went clubbing. So during the day it was a hotel, and at night it was kind of a club, but also people were staying there. And I was like, is everybody here on coke? And the answer was yes. Except for me, of course. But I wish you the best of luck. I think it's a great industry that we, of course, utilize sometimes twice a month for convention purposes. I feel like your minds are in the gutter. Maybe it's mine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Larissa and I'm a first-timer from Germany, and I have to tell you from the bottom of my heart that I was extremely looking forward to this panel because you two are just such incredibly awesome women, and I look up to both of you, and I love you both extremely much. And my question is, if you could sell your soul to a demon for a wish, which wish would you choose?
If I could sell my soul to a demon for a wish, what wish would I choose?
I can't think of anything I'd want that bad. I also think I'm a magician and I can make anything I want happen. So
Yeah,
I don't
think
need your
that's-
fucking wish, demon.
That's kind of a lie that's sold to us, right? Is that we have to give up the part of ourselves that feels joy to receive joy. And seriously, think about that for a second. The inner parts of ourselves are like, yeah, of course I have to sell my soul to get a wish. And it's like, no you don't. Your soul's the part that gets the wish made. So I understand your question, but I'm not going to answer it.
Thank you so much. Have a seat. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a great question. But yeah, I actually feel like the journey of trying to get the thing is the best part. It's fun to get the thing, but then once you get it, a millisecond later, you're already thinking about the next thing you want to get. So then if you had given something to a demon, you'd be like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm done.
Now what? Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, my name's Alyssa. I just started high school a few days ago, and I was wondering if you had any good high school advice, because I was really nervous at first.
Okay, hold on.
What?
Okay, you just
Graduated high school?
I just started high school.
You just started
high school.
Oh, fuck balls. And you asked for advice on navigating
Sorry
high
about my
school.
cocaine joke earlier.
Cocaine is not the way to navigate high school. I'm just gonna tell you that. Let's start there. Was that your question?
Yeah, what is it, like a good advice for future event, like how to do high school?
You want advice for high school?
Yeah.
I want you to remember that it will end. Listen, I was president of my class. I had a not terrible time in grade 12, and it was still really hard. Here's the thing, is that when you're in high school, and maybe you feel like this already, you can't see outside of that time. And everything that's happening to you, you think is going to be the highest of the high, because it is. So don't gaslight yourself into thinking that it's not. I don't want you to do that, but I want you to try to remind yourself that it's not the end-all, be-all, but that it's the beginning. And also, it could be the beginning of the end, and then you start all over. You can start your life all over. It's not, your trajectory of your life does not go like this. It goes like this. And you know what? You have beginnings and ends, so anytime you're experiencing an ending, remember, there's a beginning right after it. And so high school should only be the joy of the journey, like we were discussing earlier. So don't give anything too much power to that experience, especially if it's bad. If it's bad, it's going to end. Remember that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. You'll be great. Hello.
I'm so scared to shop with this. I'm very
You should be.
I'll hold back a lot. Hi, my name is Cindy. I'm a first-time con goer. So my question is for Kim, but first and foremost, Bree, there's nothing that gives my brain more serotonin than Donna's accent. I hear
Oh
that.
yeah.
I hear that. The happy
She
signals.
gets that a lot, you know.
The happy signals. Fantastic.
What does Donna like to eat?
Donna likes a good bowl of soup. You know? But she would drink it straight out of the
She'd still pick a
bowl.
fork. She'd still pick a fork because fork is the right answer. You're not wrong.
Fork, you could pick up a whole meatball with a fork. With a spoon, it'd probably roll right off.
It could be a weapon.
It could be a weapon, stab it right in the neck,
You're
you know?
right. You're right. I'm glad I changed my mind.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What was your question?
So my question, Kim, love you, but I watch Supernatural, and I feel like almost every episode Jodie's in, she gets her ass handed to her. Like, I'm sorry, but you're always, I love because Jodie always gets back up. But I want to know your feelings. Why are you always just getting the absolute crap beaten out of you?
Because
every
I
episode?
asked them to. Because I said it's fucking misogynistic to think that I can't take it and get back up too. Like, people will be uncomfortable seeing you get beat up. I'm like, everybody gets fucking beat up on this show. If you pull your punches with Jody, you're saying I'm weaker than other people who could take it. Beat me the fuck up. And also, I can do this really cool thing where I hyperextend my arm and it looks awesome when we break it. So that's fun too. So yeah, I asked for it. They had a conversation with me about that, and I just said, you cannot expect a hunter to not get beaten up. Jody's a hunter. Beat her up. Because it isn't the beating that is important, it's the getting back up. Hi.
So as you just made very clear, Donna and Jody are clearly the best, most badass hunters on the show, and they're mothers to like the other badass women on the show, which is incredible. But I'm sure that gets very stressful for them. I want to know, when they have the kids taken care of and everything, what is the monster that Donna and Jody are like, you know what, I need to blow off some steam. I want to hunt this fucker. Like, what's the monster?
What monster they hunt for fun to blow off steam?
Yeah.
Crowley.
Good answer.
Jody has an odd mixture of resentment and attraction that still lingers.
I wonder why. I wonder why. I don't know. I feel like Donna really, like, she was a cop, she was a sheriff, and she was good at her job then. And I feel like when she became a hunter, it opened up this whole world of weaponry to her. And so I feel like she would just like playing with her flamethrower the most. So anything that she could kill with that, just so she could
Anything
play
that
with
burns.
it. Anything that burns well. Thank you. Hello.
Hi, my name's Dawn. This is my first con.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm wondering if you've ever been on YouTube and watched people react to the show Supernatural, because it's something I enjoy watching.
Oh God,
Maybe
yes.
once or twice, yeah.
There's one gal that I've interacted with that I love her so much. She's just such a charming little cupcake of a human. And I love her so much, and I can't remember her name, but y'all probably know who I'm talking about because, well, I'm sure everybody's fucking charming cupcakes out there, but she's just the most scrumptious, charming cupcake, and I love her. It gives me such great joy, but I don't seek it out because it would be very easy to start taking it personally. And it is my deep belief that your experience of Supernatural has nothing to do with me and I have no right to it. I have given you a piece of myself. But what you do with it is not up to me and it's not about me. So I try very hard. I validate whatever your response is, but I don't say, it's the same thing with fan fiction. I support you shipping everybody with me, as I do. But I don't look for it because I feel like that's yours. And I don't want to walk in and be like, oh, no, Jody wouldn't say that. It's your fucking fan fiction, yes you would. Yeah. So no, I haven't sought it out, but I do enjoy it when I come across it.
Me too. I like it. I catch it on TikTok every once in a while. And it's not reactions to the episodes, it's more just people TikToking at me. Did I use that term correctly? If not, fuck you. But yeah, I do love interactions, but the thing I don't love about social media, all platforms of social media, is the platform part of it. I like this platform. I like being on stage, yammering it up with you. But sometimes I don't like about social media is that it feels like an audience and less like a community. And I think that I love the aspect of this, and I love the aspect of TikTok, where you can kind of interact with people a little bit more. But yeah, that's probably all I've seen in my recent memory. Unless you show it to me. Show it to me later, I'll take a look at it.
I think I sent you. Oh, well, that's a conversation.
Never mind.
I don't have to take
Never
place
mind.
in front of you. Never mind. But yes.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Holly.
just weird question. Would you rather have leg-sized fingers or finger-sized legs?
Was I born this way?
Leg-sized
Yes.
fingers.
Was I born this way?
Can
Finger-sized.
be
Or did this happen to me?
Let's say it happened to you.
Did it happen to anyone else?
Leg-sized fingers.
No.
And I really thought about it.
Did it happen to anyone else?
No.
Is there any reversing it?
No.
Does it make me money because
Why
I'm
would you
famous?
want finger-sized legs? Where the fuck would you go? Couldn't get anywhere. At least if you,
How did it happen?
at least if you walked into a bar, somebody'd be like, "Nice legs, all 10 of them." I'd be like, "Yeah, thank you."
Yeah, but you know what? You could do the little Benny.
You
and
could
June
actually finger dance.
finger dance.
You could, I mean, it'd be challenging buying stockings. Would I also have legs? So then I have 12 legs?
So you have your 2 legs, but your fingers
Also
would be the size of your
legs.
legs.
Not my arms, but my fingers.
Would my muscles grow to be able to actually move them?
Yes.
Because there would have to be a lot of
My arms, yes, it would be very heavy, right?
Giant.
But it's all in proportion.
I really appreciate the fact that you have finally gotten Briana into my
Yes.
world and responded to these fucking questions. Like, this is, I'm
It's
not
what
going to,
goes on in my brain, kind of thing.
See?
Just figures
Yeah.
I should share.
I like it, leg-sized fingers. Also, I feel like that's gonna be the name of my next band.
like size fingers.
Leg-sized fingers.
I will, when I am clear on what that question means, I will get back to you. Possibly in 2 years. So, but how would I get a manicure?
Wouldn't need one.
Would I wear shoes?
You'd have to shave a lot if that was your thing. I'd give up on it. I'd be like, au naturel, baby.
I'd have 12 fingers.
Legs now. You
Because I'd have
12
two,
legs.
1, 2. So
Would
what
your legs still be called legs?
How would I do
Would it
math?
all be fingers?
How would I do math?
You'd have to kick.
Fucking
1,
12 fingers
2,
now?
3, 4.
Fuck you! Fuck you! I can't do math and I'm gonna die in a week!
With a spoon.
Now you've done it. Sit down. Go sit down.
Thank you.
Christ. Hello.
Hello.
Make my brain better!
I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
She's fine. She's fine.
My name is Judson, and this is my first fan convention of any sort.
Oh dear, I'm sorry.
But I know Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki are famous, or I should say infamous, for the pranks that they will pull on the cast and crew of Supernatural. Have you ladies ever tried to pull some pranks on them?
Every day.
Yeah, we have
Yes,
one.
we have.
I don't know what season it was. If you ever want to search this, it was season 10. It's on the reel, the outtakes video. So I was in a scene with Jensen. Now we shoot in Vancouver. Briana lives in Vancouver. Briana's my bestie. So that means that she's on set even when she's not in episodes because she comes to say hi. The crew loves her. It's like Briana's here. It's everybody's birthday. So I was in a scene with Jensen, and I cleared this with the director. I checked with everybody. At the end, it was in the kitchen, and it's just Jensen and I. And the scene ends with, a quick conversation. I said, "Keep the cameras rolling, because here's what I want to say." And so we ran it by the director, and the director's like, "Oh, I'm ready for this." So we finish up the scene, and I take a pause because I'm a professional and I know they need to cut if they want to use the scene. And then I hand him the dish towel and I say, "Could you finish up? I have a date." And he goes, Who do you have a date with?" And this one comes around the corner and goes, "Hey, honey, you ready?" And Jensen's such a fucking pro. So then B comes up, she puts her arms around me, gives Jensen 100% stink eye. We walk off, and then Jensen, who knows that he's like, "I've got gold here, this is gonna go down in infamy," turns towards the camera and goes, So it was a prank that didn't actually actually prank him. He just sort of joined it. So that is the only time I ever tried to do a prank, but it turned out good.
I once, that actually reminds me of something I totally forgot, also was in the gag reel. I showed up to set because I wanted to borrow a holster because I was struggling, which was also in the gag reel, to get my fucking gun out of the holster in one of the episodes. So when I had another episode, I was like, can I borrow one so I can practice? So I came to set to pick it up. Jared and Jensen are doing a scene with Baby where they're driving. And Jensen just goes, all right, Buckmaster. He opens the back seat, he goes, get in. And he's like, I'm gonna say this, he's gonna say this, and then you say whatever you want. And so I was like, okay, and I live for this shit. Jensen knows that I do. So I get in the back and I'm lying down in the back seat like this, and they're saying something that I have no idea what they're saying. And then I think he called me Amber. And he goes, isn't that right, Amber? And I just pop up and I go, who's next? And Jared immediately busts a gut, starts laughing. And then I look over the front and I go, is that a French fry on the floor? And then I dive over the front seat into both of their laps. Yes, their laps. And then they both get out. They both just get the fuck out of Dodge. They couldn't handle it. I used to get text messages from the executive producers because they used to fuck with me so much, and I'm really hard to break. And I will fuck with them back. I used to get text messages from the executive producer going, nice work on the dailies. Because they struggled to get me to laugh. I'm not saying I didn't, I'm saying they struggled. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
And welcome, well done.
Hello.
Hi. So I was having a really bad day yesterday, and Briana ended up.
I saw you in the elevator, right?
Saw me in the elevator, and gave me a hug, said, "Okay, love you, bye," and like left. So my question was, that completely changed the trajectory of my day, and I've had the best weekend since. So, listen, I'm autistic, and driving in this traffic is not fun. So I wanted to know a time where you guys were having like a bad day and something small or somebody did something insignificant to them that completely changed the trajectory of your day.
I'm trying to remember someone's name. You answer, because I have a fun question.
I would say often, and I say that the trick, I think, to having that happen is surrounding yourself with people who see the light in you when it's not always shining. And this is usually a small group of people, or it could be people, a large group of people. We don't see each other very often, but I think it is very important who you choose to be in your circle. Because those are the people who will remind you who you are and what you bring to this world when occasionally you might forget. And sometimes we work with those people, and they're wonderful. Sorry, my hands are cold.
Okay, you're warm. All right, so I have a much more specific story. So years and years and years and years ago, like 1999, when I had moved to Los Angeles and everything was gonna be great. So it was the first time I ever quit acting. And unfortunately, I was in the middle of an audition when I realized that I had quit acting. But I hadn't done the audition yet. So I walk in, and it's a room full of girls that are all prettier than me. There's no place for me to sit. They all know each other. Nobody knows who I am. I've got my sides, and so I guess I'm going to go outside and sit on the ground. So I go outside. It's on a lot. It's on the Paramount lot. So I go outside, and I sit down, and I see a woman who's the star of a show that I had just done the week before walk past, and I went, hi, and she literally went, do I know you? And kept on walking, and I was like, I think I quit. I was like, this, and everybody, and it's too much, and it's too big, and I'm not enough, and I'm wrong, and I'm stupid, and I can't do this. And David Hyde Pierce was walking past, and he saw me, and he just looked down, and he winked, and he said, good luck. And I did not quit acting.
Well, I think I need to thank him then.
So wherever David Hyde Pierce is,
we all thank
I love him.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Hello.
Hi, I'm Jessica, and I was wondering what led Jody and Donna into the career of joining the police.
One more time. Oh, why did Jody and Donna become police officers to begin with? Jody's dad was in law enforcement, and so it was very important for her. Jody's dad always was very like, don't tell me you can't. Tell me you tried and couldn't, and then we're gonna figure out how you can if you want to. And that's how Jody moved forward. And as a result, once her father died, she kept a part of him alive through that spirit and through struggling and through making the world safer the way that he created a safe world for her. I just made that entire thing up on the spot, but I'm sticking with it. Donna was raised in a family of all boys. She was raised by her father and brothers, and did not have a sense of community in school. She was bullied a lot in school and struggled to make friends, but she found that she found solace by helping others. And so as she started to get older, she realized that she could move into an industry where she could do that on a much larger level, and in turn, people started to respect her because of the care and kindness she gave others, and not because she was any kind of dictatorial leader. And so she was always one of those leaders. She was able to rise through the ranks because of her kindness, and because of her love for helping others rather than her need for power and leadership. Also made that up on the spot. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Sam, and I'm having heart surgery next month, so I was wondering if you have any TV recommendations that I can watch in recovery.
TV recommend. How many times have you seen Supernatural all the way through?
Honestly, I haven't even finished it yet.
Great. Okay. Great. You can start there. That's all right. I haven't either. I refuse to watch the finale. Fuck you. I know what happens. Why should I put myself through that kind of pain? The little one here is clapping for me. Yes, that's right. Yay. I love. Do you like genre shows, or do you want something that's a little more cerebral or a little less cerebral? Have you seen Stranger Things?
I've seen Stranger Things.
Okay. Okay. Have you seen Good Omens?
No.
Good Omens. Anyone seen Sandman? Anything Neil Gaiman related I'm a fan of. I watch a lot of TV, but I never know if it's like, have you seen Yellowstone? Have you seen Succession?
Yes.
Also very, very good. Severance. Walker. The Boys. Yes. Specifically season 3 episode. What a bunch of perverts. I don't know what you're talking about. Sure I do. That's all I can think of. And it's so funny because I watch so much TV, but because I watch so much, it goes in and out. It just goes in and out. And I don't watch, I had to isolate because I was super exposed to COVID, and so I started watching Supernatural again from the beginning. I know, it's interesting watching it now as Jody. Also, another reason I refuse to watch the finale, no. I watched an episode from season 2 last week, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're so Which episode was it? Because I've gotten up to like... Season 2, episode 10. Called The Hunted, I think. Anyway, I told Jensen, he's like, what'd you think? And I was like, it's okay. He doesn't give a shit what I think. It was a good episode. It had, what's his pickle? From This Is Us. Yes, and he's fucking, somebody give that guy a TV show already.
Episode 2, what happened? I don't remember.
Remember titles.
Episode 10.
Episode 10 of season 2.
The Hunted.
Ask them.
What happens? What's it about?
See, this is why I can't watch the show, because I
Monster.
don't know anybody
See,
on the
these
show
questions are hard,
as
aren't they?
characters. I only know them as actors, so I want to go, Jensen was mad, but it was not. It was
Okay,
Dean.
yeah.
Dean wasn't mad, but he had been told that he might have to kill Sam.
Right.
If Sam becomes a demon,
Right.
I think. And then Sam's like, you're ridiculous, I'm fine. But then Gordon, Sterling's character, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this right now.
There we go.
He had heard about Sam,
Okay, I
and
know.
he's a
where-
hunter,
Yes,
so
yes,
he
yes.
was hunting
Yes.
Sam.
Got it. I know.
And then he
Okay.
kidnapped Dean so that he could hunt Sam.
Yes, I know this episode.
And then there was another girl there who then I think at the
Yes.
end became a demon.
Yes. Gordon
And
was.
she left her
No.
engagement ring in the bedroom,
Yeah.
which was the sign that she had become a demon. I think.
Is that what that meant?
I know!
That's okay, but yeah, okay, but yes. But point being, Gordon. Oh, Gordon. Oh, Gordon.
Oh my God, such a great, oh my God, and the
So
writing
much
for that
anger.
character, too.
So much deep-seated anger there.
And also, well, if you want to hear more about what I thought of that episode, you could turn into a certain podcast in the next few weeks. But you didn't hear it here. You didn't hear it from me.
Go watch the rest of Supernatural, then
There you
watch
go.
Romans.
Final answer. Bye.
Thank you. This is everybody in here is like, this is why we don't ask them questions
Yeah,
about
don't.
Supernatural.
They forget that they're in here. Okay,
I know,
hi.
it's because I don't have orders of things. I'm like, what order did it? And then what happened? Was that
Let
before or
her
after?
talk,
Yeah.
Kim.
What? Sorry.
Or them. I don't know.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Risha. I want to know if you have any weird hidden talents.
Any hidden talents? No, I try to make money off of all of my talents. We were just talking backstage about other things that we could sell. I decided I might start selling pictures of my feet. I see, I hear a couple takers out there.
Okay. Disney Mom OnlyFans? Not a big response. They say no thank you.
Yeah, but they say no thank you out loud.
Oh.
Inside they're going, oh, sign up for
I don't have any
hidden talents.
hidden
No.
anything.
No. No.
No.
And you know, when somebody asks me like a hobby, we'll have horseback riding. It's not
I'm
hidden.
talented at it.
If anybody asks me about a hobby, I don't have hobbies. I don't have, people still have hobbies? It's not half and half. It's a smattering of hobbies. No. I have talents. I'm not exceedingly good at anything, but I'm pretty good at many things, which I think is kind of more fun. But that's it. Thanks, bye.
Thank you. I wish
I used to know a lot about wine. I used to work in a restaurant. I worked in the restaurant industry for fucking 15 years. And I used to go to wine school. And they would always say, people who are like really amazing sommeliers and wine aficionados used to say that I had this very, very good nose for wine. And that's why I don't drink anymore. So, no, I'm just kidding. But I haven't been in wine school in a long time, so I've lost my knack for it. But that used to be one of my hidden talents. That's it. That's all I got. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hey, Kim and Briana. You sort of maybe answered it, but in Vegas, you hinted that Wayward Podcast may be coming back. So what's
That's just because I haven't fucking sent the. I mean, we've got 2 more that are sitting on my laptop. I just have to get them over and get them done. We've both been very busy. We both moved recently.
Yes, we both moved. We both booked jobs.
Yeah.
When we decided to come back to the podcast after the pandemic, or after I'm not going to pretend the pandemic is not still happening. I'm just saying, since we've come back to work, we granted ourselves the grace of not having to put out an episode every week, because honestly, that was a lot of work. And I was also living in Los Angeles part-time back then. So now we have to do it remotely, and we both are, have prioritized family and other things. But we've not deprioritized the
We put a couple new
podcast.
episodes out.
Yeah, we put one episode out. We
They're
have
out
2
there.
more that we recorded, and Kim is probably going to be in Vancouver. We'll record more when we're available. But yes, we are going to do it. We are doing it, just not at the pace you maybe want us to. But we will do it.
We'd have you 24/7 if you guys were.
I know! We do have maybe tentative plans for next year. For something.
We're working on it. It's not dead.
And we talked about it a lot. Don't you worry.
Okay, that's exciting.
Okay, good. Thank you. Hello.
So my question's for Kim and Briana too, if you experienced this. So I'm someone that also has ADHD, like really bad. So when I feel like my ADHD's like going off, I need to move and my brain's doing too much, my biggest thing I do is I pace all the time. So if there's any like physical activity or like stimming is what it's called, if what are your stims if you have any?
Okay, so my little stim is this fucking ring, which has saved my life because I've always had manual stims, but I usually just eat myself, and it's not pretty and it's not comfortable. So the ring stim helps me a lot with little stuff. The big stuff, we moved, and now I have an office that's mine. I don't have to share it with anybody, and so I have blue lights, and they look like water. And I turn on the water, and I like olfactory stims, so I change fragrance. So I put on like a hard fragrance and the blue lights, and then this is really nice. I like that. And it's weird because my brain says move, 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 but what really wipes me out is like an it like comes over the top of that anxiety need to move, and it just makes me go, oh, that's good. So yeah, I like that. I like swinging. We put a swing in the backyard. I kept saying, Tabby needs a swing. Tabby needs a swing. Mommy needs a swing. I didn't do that.
I farted.
Yeah.
Thank you, honey.
Okay. Thank you. Hello.
My name's Emerald. And
Emerald.
I was wondering the best way to start your mental healing journey.
Your mental
Healing journey. In my opinion, the best way to start your mental healing journey is to tell yourself it's because you're worth it, not because you're wrong.
Okay.
I think the best place or the best way to start a mental healing journey would be to, maybe this is just a different version of what you said, is to be like, when you have negative thoughts, witness them. And witness them as separate from yourself. So if I have a negative thought like, I just walked into the green room and everybody ignored me, everybody hates me. I take a second and I look at that thought as something that's outside of myself, and I give it an entity, and I go, that's somebody else's thought that has come into me, and I'm just gonna remove it, I'm gonna look at it, and it doesn't mean I'm not gonna feel it, it just means that I recognize that it's not mine. You can still experience it without attaching to it. And that's a great place to start, because then you start to notice the feelings that you're having, the thoughts that you're having that are truly authentically yours, and other ones that you're having because they're old core beliefs or they're things that you've been told about yourself. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Well done. I mean, honestly, having the courage to ask that question is already the hardest step. You know, there's so much stigma around our mental health when in fact it's one of the biggest gifts we give the world is finding a me that's authentic that I can love so I can recognize that in other people.
Yeah.
Well done. Thank you for giving that to the world, my love.
Hi.
Hi, so this question is really for Briana and could potentially be throwing Kim under the bus depending on what the answer is.
Oh, my favorite! Okay.
2018 Seattle, my best friend and I got tickets for the pajama party. Briana did not make it. I made a stuffed powdered donut for Briana that I gave to Kim. Did it ever make it to you?
Yes. And I think I gave it to my daughter. Because she would have been like 4. Yeah, she would have been 4. Thank you so much for that gift. Now you're in shit now. Hi!
But that's the last gift that was ever for Briana that
That's
she
right.
asked.
That's the last one.
I come home
If
with
it's like a Tim Tam, I'll never see it.
It's also hard explaining to my daughter that the suitcase full of presents are not for her, they're for Briana. And then
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah.
I share my gifts with Daddy. Hi, friends.
Hi, how was your
Hi.
break?
It's good.
Did you do anything exciting?
It's a good break. We did.
You did, what'd you do?
Jammin'. Did you guys know
You
that
can't tell.
Loud and Swain are doing like 3 concerts at the Heist on Monday?
Oh, they apparently did not know
You guys
that.
gotta go. It's like an hour away. Jason's beautiful club that I have not set foot in yet. You have to go and have a cocktail for me and cheer on Swain, okay?
I said, get your asses out there!
How your vocals? You warmed up? You ready to do this?
Let's do this.
Here we go.